Where is this place? Yellow golden forsythia and red crepe myrtle are in full bloom. I am lying in the middle of a misty meadow. I was barefoot in a white striped shirt. The floor was soft grass and there was nothing around. No, I saw a faint red light over there. I walked towards the red light. The feeling of bare feet was cold. I saw people in the distance. This is the back view of women wearing sky blue dresses. I approached the women. The women stood still, staring at the red light in front of them. The grass rustled under my feet. I suddenly looked at my feet and saw that they were covered in blood. Then, the women turned their necks in an unnatural way and looked at me. The women's faces were crushed like a photograph taken incorrectly. When I opened my eyes, I was in front of the mirror. It has been like this these days. After waking up from a strange dream, I always stood in front of the mirror. According to the psychiatrist, it was stress sleepwalking. He said that going to and from the courthouse is not easy for ordinary people, so it can be stressful enough. That's not what's important. These days, even my family avoids me. It is unavoidable since I am stuck in my room all day. I was an ordinary college student until not too long ago, but it can't be helped. The trigger was nothing. I just wanted to be close to a junior at school who had a crush on. I got lucky with a colleague who was close to my junior, formed a study group together, had a glass of soju after the study session, and made an opportunity to go to a pretty cafe together. It was just a normal college life. My juniors also contacted me first to see if had a humane favor, and made an appointment and asked me about my college life. I was mistaken that my junior had a humane favor for me. That's how I ended up locking myself in my room and sleeping. Where is this place? It was a place where the eyes were dizzy with colorful colors all over. It was truly a fantastic other world. I am also barefoot in a white striped shirt. Red and yellow lights were flashing, pointing me in the direction I needed to go. The more you walk along the lights, the more splendid the world becomes, and the boundaries between objects become blurred. Two people were dancing in the depths of another world. They put their chests against each other and turned round and round. The music accelerated and the movements of the two people became passionate, and the boundaries between the two were mixed and it was difficult to distinguish who was who. I watched the two dance for a long time like that. The music stopped and I heard cheers and applause from somewhere. The two dancing figures were now clearly visible. One was choking the other. The applause grew louder and the strangled man threw his head back. And its head fell to the floor. I stayed like that with my juniors for a while. Including my classmate, the three of us studied, went to Insadong for an after party, ate hangover soup the next morning, studied again, had an after party, got drunk and talked about this and that, and had a good time. Then, I had a little quarrel with my classmate over a trivial matter, so I didn't attend the study twice, and after about a week, my classmate and junior were dating. What had happened in the meantime, The atmosphere of the study I attended after a long time was chilly and there was no after party. I didn't know why, so I contacted my juniors and classmates first and acted friendly, but I only received a reply saying that I would like them to refrain from personal contact. It was common in Sadong in a gathering of 3 people, making one person a bad person and making the relationship between the other 2 stronger. This was especially common when men and women were mixed. It was only a problem that I got to play the bad guy. That's why I stand in front of the mirror every night when I wake up. The problem of a relationship between a man and a woman is ultimately a matter of what you see in the mirror. That's how I decided to have plastic surgery after looking at the mirror for a few days. I took a leave of absence and worked part-time every day. After saving money for several months, I finally put on a white striped hospital gown and lay barefoot on the operating table. The operating room lights were red. The operation was unsuccessful and my face was disfigured like a badly taken photo. There were several more victims like me and we sued the hospital. According to the lawyer, there is little chance of obtaining damages. After that day I couldn't look in the mirror. I could only see my face the moment I woke up from sleepwalking and opened my eyes in front of the mirror. My face in the mirror was like a bizarre other world. Where is this place? It was a thick cedar forest all over. I'm still barefoot in my white striped clothes. The sunset was setting. The whole world was red. The cedar forest parted and guided me. I felt like I knew a little bit about how to go to another world. As I was following the road, I suddenly saw the sky. I saw a man hanging himself. Upon closer inspection, it seemed like a familiar face. It was my face distorted by plastic surgery. The face I see when I wake up every night, that face was hanging from a rope. It was a comfortable face even though he was strangled. That's the way to another world. A different world spread out behind my hanging face. The medical lawsuit ended abruptly. It is said that the doctor who ruined my face committed suicide by hanging himself in front of a mirror. The reason for suicide was said to be the difficulty of managing the hospital. It is said that it was impossible to afford the loan interest in the effect that the interest rate rose a lot. It is said that he wrote a will apologizing to the victims of plastic surgery side effects. The lawyer's explanation ended there. The story of the limited approval of the doctor's bereaved family was heard in one ear. The lawyer didn't seem to know exactly why the doctor committed suicide. What is the reason for hanging in front of the mirror rather than a comfortable method like propofol administration? The doctor went to another world. The doctor probably had the same dream as me. A dream that kindly tells me how to go to another world. Because of my lack of determination, I couldn't possibly go to another world. On the other hand, the doctor went on a better path with a quick decision like the best talent in Korea.